to reflect on this prompt, jot your notes down, and then we're going to come back and talk about it in 1 minute. Go. Thirty seconds. I love the click-clackety of the keyboards. Pretending you're working even if you're bored with me. Already 10 more seconds. There's denim representation at every table tonight. I love it. Denim, 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 denim. All right, let's bring it back. So let's talk about the positive, effective, impactful experiences you've had as an adult learner in a professional development space. I'll just take some folks, silent hand volunteers, call out some things that made those experiences impactful, effective.
Open and honest feedback.
Open and honest feedback, love it. Kelsey? Opportunity for practice. Ooh, did you have grows and glows? Engagement and fun. Solutions-oriented complaining. I love it, and that's going to happen. Let's keep it solutions-oriented.
When your person actually comes.
So like follow-through, consistency, presence for the people who are like supposed to be there supporting you. Yeah. I love it, responsiveness. All right, one more. Yes, Eden, I know. I wanted you to join and you wanted to join me.
Having people be able to talk about things from multiple different avenues of experience and that seem valuable and people have the same one-to-one understanding.
Cool. Yeah, yours would be conversational based. I love it. Thank you. So multiple voices at the table. Love it. All right, cool. If you are with me, your computer is not being tip-tap typed on. Love it. Let's get started. Last session of the night, I told you they always save me for last, and I wasn't lying. Earlier tonight, we talked about evaluation, right? What they need in order to go to the classroom. We're going to take a step back now and talk about what we are going to do to get them there, all right? Or what our plan is to get them there. So this is the resident development overview, also loosely known as the coaching plan, but we're all part of the development process, and so let's talk about how we get there. Can I get 2 secondary coaches to read our objectives out loud for me, please?
Review key assumptions, principles, and skills of the fast start to internalize the foundations of BCCR's approach to teacher development.
Woohoo!
Reflect on their role and make connections about how to best respond to resident performance and maximize.
Oh, that's Team English right there. Yes, thank you. So tonight we're going to talk about the foundation of our fast start approach, and then we're going to jump into just a quick overview of how we're going to get there. Later in our journey together, you will get a more in-depth informational document with our actual step-by-step plan, but tonight we're just going to give you a quick overview because they only gave me 25 minutes for this session. Ba-bam! All right, so we're going to be in the vision. We're going to live in the vision, but we're going to keep it moving past the vision for now and the tenets because we have to get a fast start to the fast start. All right, so the fast start hypothesis. I got it from you. Earlier you thought there was a salad and a cupcake. So, Mia, go ahead and read the key idea, the fast start hypothesis for us.
Teachers who step into the classroom on the first day of school with a strong set of essential skills will have the best chance to master advanced skills more quickly and will see dramatic gains in their long-term effectiveness.
I love this. So I don't know if 2013 was a leap year, but in 2013, TNTP published a report called The Leap Year. And in that report, they found, I know, it's crazy, they concluded that there is a positive association with teachers who show an ability to grow quickly and apply feedback quickly and their subsequent performance in the classroom. So we base our PST approach and our training model during PST off of the data from this report. So the fast start hypothesis makes two general assumptions. Can I get my instructors to read the two blue key ideas and the accompanying details?
Hierarchy. Teachers acquire teaching skills in a given order. There are basic and advanced skills, and teachers generally need to do well on the basics before they can do well on more advanced skills.
Oh, no, we'll pause for a second. My bad. I set her up for failure. My bad. So a returner, tell me, or an alum, tell me how we operationalize this teaching skills hierarchy into PST.
So when we just looked at ISB, we started off with the vision, and then it goes into backwards planning, and then it moves on to the gradual release, and it actually models for that, the gradual release, in that we start with the I do, we do, you do format, and gives them what they need in that sequence so that they're not able to apply that in their classrooms.
Love it. Eden, do you want to add?
Yes. In addition to that, we just a couple minutes ago we were talking about the scope and sequence of the entire summer and how intentionally planning when residents are learning about certain skills, getting feedback on them, and getting practice on them.
Love it. Yeah, we looked at the calendar. I don't know what you all did out here, but all right. Christina, can you read the second blue key idea? We didn't. I'm joking.
Sure. A positive association is early begin the school year at higher levels and improve their overall effectiveness.
Amazing. So I'm going to tell you where we see this, right? And this is why we're kind of trying to shift to this growth-based model, is folks who show that growth and start performing at those higher levels during PST are the ones who do the same things during the school year. If I'm somebody who is hitting the ground running, implementing the feedback, implementing my learning, and trying new things, I'm going to continue to improve and implement more effectively and quickly over the school year. And if I'm somebody who's a little bit stagnant during PST, that's only going to continue to happen during the school year. So these two things live and breathe and are operationalized in our PST resident development model. So within the fast start assumptions, there are three fast start principles: focus, practice, and feedback. I feel like Kelsey started talking a little bit about practice and feedback. Talk to me about why it's so important to practice during PST and to model practice and have residents practice during PST. I know we talk about this all the time, but I'm going to bring it up one more time. Adam.
Sessions kind of prepares them, but also instills them with the idea that students are not to be practiced on. We should not be going in unprepared.
Love it. Anybody want to add? Yeah. Yep, and we're going to ask you all to practice. We're going to ask you all to give feedback so you get comfortable, because if you're new to us and you're not used to doing those things, it's going to take a moment to get comfortable with that space. Well, then we're going to ask you to model that all summer and uphold that expectation all summer for residents, right? So it's really important that you feel comfortable with practice and feedback. So the focus is our skill building sessions, right? We are building knowledge. We are giving them goals and content to focus on. We give them opportunities to practice, as long as we don't get too wordy when we facilitate. And then we give that real feedback. It's not just about the grows, it's about the grows, and it's based in the feedback cheat sheets and the language of the rubric. So, how does this explicitly work in PST? Our fast start skills. By the end of PST, residents should be able to deliver lessons, maintain high academic expectations in their classrooms, maintain high behavioral expectations in their classrooms, and maximize their instructional time. We do this through our skill building sessions, ISB, CSB, TSB. What's TSB? Teacher skill building. Oh, hey. I forgot it was there. I'm not in there anymore. Okay, I gotta get back. We do this through responsive coaching, both structured responsive coaching sessions and those informal responsive coaching touch points that you're able to do during field experience when you have some time to work with residents one-on-one. Instructors have opportunities to work with residents. Field experience, so residents get an opportunity to actually implement their practice in front of students, and then in blue, building their effectiveness. Residents should be hitting the developing marker by the end of PST in order to ensure that they are as prepared as possible to be teachers of record in the fall. We base loosely our model off of Baltimore City Public Schools, right? So the developing kind of aligns to where they should be at the end of their first year of teaching. Okay? Questions? Fast start. 5 weeks. So, new staff, what resonates with you about our fast start approach? Returning staff, how have they lived out in your experience? We're going to take 30 silent seconds to think, and then we're going to talk at our tables. 30 silent seconds, I'll tell you when to talk. Gosh, the time flies so quickly. Is the time flying for you? The way it's flying for me? Oh, okay. 20 more seconds to think. What are you thinking about? Oh. You gotta watch out for her for me. Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you could keep that up for me.
10 more seconds to think. Nobody's thinking.
We have a catcher person.
Stop doing your exit ticket and turn and talk. Go.
So for me, I have seen the residents who started off really well
Mm-hmm.
and did really well, and I've heard good reviews about them during the school year. The residents who kind of showed out on day one, they continue to show out. I've heard about the showing
Yeah.
out throughout the year, and I think it just speaks to the whole iceberg approach that I will say there are residents who have it around, but the norm, I think, is the ones who are starting strong, are finishing strong,
Yeah.
going into the school year strong. I saying the right answer.
Yeah, no, I want to remember to say it when we come back. And I was thinking about Paul is the one for me from last year who didn't buy in, and then once he bought in, things changed. But that was kind of a rare case. Yeah, it's interesting.
It's like it can happen, but
Yeah. Huh. Gosh, this is so interesting.
I had a friend Rocky, and I remember on the first day, we do this thing, you do that thing, and Rocky was outside talking to him, and there was another one. What was his name? The one who gave y'all the problem. What was his name? Who gave? Oh my God. What I wanted to say though,
Rhinestones. He had white rhinestones. Oh. All right, let's bring it back in 5. Wrapping up your conversations in 4. Down those exit tickets in 3, 2, 1. I'll take one volunteer for new staff. What's resonating with you about the fast start?
I'll go. I just want to talk a lot today, so I'm trying to. For what resonated with me is about the frequent feedback. I think, like we've been saying all day, how fast everything is. We talked about how in the school year it's easy to just kind of let somebody, if they miss one day, you can pull them back up. But in PST, missing one day is literally missing weeks.
Yeah.
It's just so much information. So really not letting anything slide. They've been kind of reiterating all night of just saying, hey, you did this time, next time do it this way, or however that feedback looks like.
Love it. And then one returner. How have you seen this lived out in your experiences as a staff member? All right, well, I'm going to combine Claudia's answer with mine, right? it really is true that what we see during PST is what we see during the school year. So if we have seen folks not really buy in at the beginning at PST, but like during the course of PST, they buy in, they start to implement feedback, and they grow. But for somebody who really doesn't show any growth during PST, you're probably not going to see much growth during the school year, right? And so the opportunity to have focus, have practice, and have feedback, and have those opportunities to implement all those things, if that is not coming around by the end of PST, we're probably not going to see that play out in the school year in a positive or constructive way. Okay? And then Shanita and I are like, oh, I still haven't gotten a lesson plan from so-and-so. Have you? You know? Okay. All right. So our PST resident development plan. And before we jump into the summer together, we are going to look at this a little bit more in depth, but we wanted to just give you kind of like a high level. So our development plan kind of mimics our school year plan. So we have specific cycles of development that build on each other. Each cycle focuses on a specific goal or performance area. There is prioritized time within each cycle for you to engage in active coaching, engage in coaching conversations, give feedback. Feedback is focused, right? We talked about how residents need to be able, or new teachers need to master those basic skills before we can build on them, right? So the plan is focused in a way that starts with foundational skills and builds. And it's a strategic plan, or as strategic as I can get on a Monday night at 8 p.m. Just kidding. It wasn't just me. All right, so we have 3 cycles. Can I have 2 primary coaches read week 1 and week 2 for cycle 1 for me? So what is week 1 about? Week 2?
Residents observe instruction in summer school classrooms and apply their learning to their own planning.
So we're really stepping back and doing an easing in model this year. Week 1 is actually 4th of July week. So it's a 3-day week. The first day of summer school is on July 1st. So residents are just going to get acclimated to their CT or their cooperating teacher. They're going to introduce themselves to the students, get used to the classroom, do those like first few days of summer school things. Week 2 is the observation with coach support, right? So coaches will bring groups of residents into classrooms. We will have the rubrics. We will observe what's happening in classrooms, and then we'll go back and debrief and apply that to our learning. All right, 2 math coaches, cycle 2, week 3. Week 4. Amazing. So forgot to call out, for our new folks, the morning will be field experience, afternoon is learning, right? So everything you're doing in field experience will be supplemented or complemented with ISB, CSB, and TSB in the afternoon. Week 3, residents are actually going to be in classrooms with their peers practicing teaching. They should be fully prepared, have their materials ready, all the things. Week 4 is game time. They're actually in front of students, teaching. They are kind of taking the reins over from the teacher, and there's been kind of a slow progression to get to that point. Okay? Any questions on weeks 1 through 4? Yes? Yeah. I think yes, and it's something we're going to kind of navigate as we go through it. But to your point, depending on the size of coach groups and things like that, we might need to like adjust accordingly. That's a good call out. It can be overwhelming having like 7 people walk into the back of the room for sure. Any other questions or call outs? All right, I know you're all done with me. I see your eyes. It's fine, I get it. That's why they put me last, because I don't have feelings. All right, week 5 is reflection and preparation for the school year. So at that point, the folks who have passed PST will be with us. The folks who are not passing PST will have been informed of that news. And this last week we're going to use for how did your formals go? What did you learn? And how can we apply it to the planning for your school year classrooms? Okay, so we're gearing up during the end of PST. Okay. We're going to do all these things, but we're out of time. So when we get a chance to go over the resident development plan in more depth, we'll kind of unpack each of these things. But the opportunity to collect data, kind of hone in and analyze the data, engage in those coaching touch points and responding to data is all kind of embedded in the resident development program. It is a plan. It is all embedded. We will talk about it. Closing. I'm going to go over announcements really quickly and then give you an opportunity to do your exit ticket. Some of your eyes hurt. Some of them make me feel good about myself. Yours are all right. Yours were kind of in the middle. They were waning back and forth. All right. So before you complete your exit ticket, we have a lot of announcements tonight. Oh, okay. Cool. So staff training, it's happening again on Wednesday and it's virtual. We're going to be on Shanita's Zoom line starting at 4:30 until 8. It will be beautiful. It will be wonderful. Less wonderful than this because it's nice to be together. This Thursday, I do care. I have feelings. Ask Me Anything session is for new staff, right? A lot of these things we talk about over and over and over again, year after year. We don't know what you don't know until you tell us what you don't know. Come by and see us on Zoom Thursday, 5 to 7. Drop in, ask us anything. Returners, please don't come. Please make sure you're saving your classroom artifacts. So in past years, coaches and instructors have been able to pull in anchor charts and student work samples and different things they use to decorate their classrooms and kind of created that space as a model for residents. So pull those things if you have them and would like them. The Adventure Park. And if you can't make it until 6:45, please let someone know because we won't be waiting for you. That part. The Adventure Park survey is going to drop tonight. So we have a team building day reserved for us at Sandy Spring on June 24th. We're going to engage in some team building, but there are some different options. Do you want to carpool? Do you want to drive alone? Do you want to throw axes? Do you want to go in the air? Okay. There's also a really explicit call out about bringing your own lunch. It's going to be a pack your own lunch, but there is an option for you to let me know if that feels challenging for you or if there are any hiccups. I can support you with that. We will bring snacks. I'll bring a cooler, so if you need anything kept cold, that's cool. I had one other call out. Oh, and then there's on the survey, there's a link to the website so you can check it out before you decide. I just need your information by Friday, okay, on that, what you want to do. Okay, cool. Exit tickets, please make sure you're hitting submit after you complete it. Cool. Please check your TNTP emails on the regular. And if you do not have your FEM's cell phone number, please store that in your phone. I'll talk to you two about that in a second. Stop calling me. And so if you're going to be late, if you have a challenge with anything, please reach out to your FEM first, and then that goes for the summer too, okay? Your FEM is your first line, and that's Field Experience Manager. We use that acronym quite a bit. All right, any questions, any feedback on how this went? Thank you, Rita. Our orientation is this Saturday. Yep. A specific time for the orientation for when folks should come if they want to come? Yeah. 3-ish.
If it's voluntary, you don't have to come, like, also we use shout out to Adam, who volunteered on our panel, shout out to Peter, who volunteered to help out in for our registration table. If you do plan on, yes, I love the day. If you do plan on attending, you're more than welcome to attend. However, if it's a pure challenge for you, don't feel pressure to have.
What's that? Yeah.
It's a challenge.
Yep.
We will be at our